You're lying in bed. It's 2 a.m. The room is dark except for the blue glow of your phone screen. You open your banking app. You refresh it, even though you know the number hasn't changed since you checked it an hour ago. But there it is, the number. Maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's 50. It's the first time you've ever seen that much zeros in your own account. Your heart actually races. You feel it in your chest. You did it. You stopped buying coffee. You skipped the vacations. You ate rice and eggs for a year. You finally hit the milestone. You feel safe. You feel like you won. But here's the catch. The second you feel safe, the world shifts. The car breaks down. The rent goes up. Or worse, you feel so deprived from the grind that you decide you deserve a reward. You book the trip, you upgrade the phone, you breathe a sigh of relief, and the money evaporates. You hit the number, but you didn't build the foundation. You climbed a ladder leaning against the wrong wall. Hitting the savings goal feels like a win, but the rules change the moment you get there, and most people lose it all within months. This is the trap of the professional saver. We're taught that money is about discipline. If you pinch every penny, you win. But that's like training for a marathon by holding your breath. You might cross the finish line, but you'll collapse immediately after. The system is tuned so most people never wander too far from the starting block. They save cash, but inflation eats it. They avoid debt, but they never build assets. Think of it like a roller coaster. You spend years climbing the hill, grinding, saving, restricting. You reach the peak, that savings number, and then gravity takes over. Why? Because saving is defensive, but living is offensive. You can't defend your way to freedom forever. Statistics show that nearly 40% of adults can't cover a $400 emergency even after years of working. Why? Because they treat money like a scorecard instead of a tool. You're not broken for feeling this way. That's almost everyone right now. The game is rigged to make you feel like hoarding cash is the goal, when it's actually just the entry fee. My name is Ted. I'm obsessed with how money actually works, not how influencers say it works. We're here to find the catch so you don't become it. Before we dive in, a quick reality check. This is education and entertainment only, not financial advice. I'm not an advisor, I'm just the guy reading the fine print. Consult a pro before making big moves. Now, let's fix the leak. So why do frugal people stay stuck? It comes down to Phase 1 versus Phase 2 money. Phase 1 is the grind. It's scarcity. It's saying no to everything so you can accumulate cash. This works to get you to zero debt or a small emergency fund. But Phase 2 is where life actually happens. Phase 2 requires expansion, not contraction. When you stay in Phase 1 mindset too long, you develop a scarcity scar. You see money as something to hide, not something to deploy. The psychological trap is powerful. After years of deprivation, spending money feels like relief. Your brain floods with dopamine when you finally buy that nice thing. It feels justified. I worked hard for this. But the system incentives are working against you. Banks love stable savers. They pay you 0.01% interest while they lend your money out at 7%. They want you to keep your cash sitting still. The rich tax no one calls a tax, inflation. If your money isn't working, it's dying. Phase 2 isn't about saving more, it's about changing what the money does. You have to shift from how do I keep this to how do I make this survive me. Let's look at the numbers, because math doesn't lie. If you save $10,000 under your mattress, in 10 years at 3% inflation, it's worth $7,400 in purchasing power. You lost money by being safe. Meanwhile, the average investor behavior gap shows people underperform the market by 4% annually because they panic sell or try to time things. Vanguard reports suggest that simply staying invested in a balanced portfolio beats 80% of active traders over 15 years. Boring wins. Safe feels today, but growth wins tomorrow. The data proves that hoarding cash is actually the riskiest move long term. You're not protecting your future, you're guaranteeing its shrinkage. Let's talk about John and Josh. Both hit $50,000 savings at age 30. John is proud. He keeps it in a high-yield savings account. He feels secure. But when inflation hits, his rent goes up. He dips into the principal. He stays in the don't touch it mindset, so he never learns to invest. 10 years later, he's still working the same job, protecting the same shrinking pile. Josh takes the same $50,000. He keeps 3 months of expenses as a floor, then puts the rest into boring index funds. He doesn't check the app every day. He focuses on increasing his income instead of cutting coupons. 10 years later, Josh's portfolio has grown, giving him options. He can quit a toxic job. He can take a risk. John has money, but Josh has freedom. The statistic isn't just about net worth, it's about who owns their time. John saved money, Josh bought freedom. Here is your playbook to escape the trap. Number 1, set your floor. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash. That's your safety net, not your investment. Number 2, build the growth layer. Automate transfers into broad market index funds. Make it boring. Number 3, create an options layer. Use surplus cash to learn skills or build side income, not just buy things. Number 4, be suspicious of sales. If a financial product promises excitement, run. The mindset shift is simple. Money is not a score, it's options. Every dollar should have a job. Either it's protecting you, growing for you, or buying you freedom. Stop treating your savings account like a trophy case. The real catch is protect your first number like it's the floor, not the finish line. Build above it or you'll never leave the ground. Stay skeptical, stay stable, and I'll see you in the next one.